Hi, my name is Chelsea, and 2 months ago I adopted this little guy. So this video will take you all the way through my journey, how I got him with the Pets in the Classroom grant, what I got for him at the beginning, all the stuff I've gotten for him since then, and kind of you'll get to see his growth through the 2 months. So let's dive in. Today is the best day ever because we are on our way to pick up Billy the bearded dragon. I am so excited. I got Billy through the Pets in the Classroom grant, and I've got my coupons on me that they sent me. I will get 50% off of the bearded dragon. I'll get a 20-gallon starter kit for the bearded dragon. I get some crickets and I get some calcium powder, but I'm gonna need to buy some more crickets, some lights, and something to keep the crickets in, I guess, right, Bae?
Yeah, the something you keep the crickets in is literally called a cricket keeper. So
and a cricket keeper,
or a critter keeper.
I do have some fruits and veggies already at the for Billy. But I do need crickets because it's supposed to be like 75% crickets and like 25% fruits and veggies is his diet. So I'm super excited. We're on our way to PetSmart. We had to go to one that we have one right down the street, but we had to go to one that's like 20 minutes away because they didn't have the cage that comes with the kit, and that's like the most expensive thing on this list. So we definitely wanted to get that for free. So we're on our way. Bae is driving, and I am super excited. Billy is very curious. Just gave Billy 2 crickets. He just ate 1. I'm not sure if they fed him today, but apparently you can't really overfeed a bearded dragon. So I'm gonna see if I can catch him eating another cricket, because that was cool. I mean, it wasn't cool for the cricket, but it was cool for Billy. He already made himself at home at the top of a branch. He's chilling. This is his house, habitat, vivarium, and he'll have one at school too. But while he's a baby, he'll be going back and forth because I don't feel comfortable leaving him at school when he's so little. Although he was like the fattest of the bunch, so he's really not that little, but so this is the only thing I've set up so far. This is a surge protected power strip with a timer for when / if I leave him overnight or over the weekend. I can use this timer, and the outlets on this side are timed, so they'll go on and off at a certain time, and then the outlets on this side stay on as long as this is on. And I have a heating pad. This is kind of an emergency use thing in case something happens with the UV bulbs. I don't actually plan on necessarily installing this today unless I can't get the temperature up high enough. So this is kind of like, I don't think I'll need it, but if I do, I have it. I have a spray bottle. I got 2 of these, one for home and one for here, and this is to spray water on him because that's one way he gets water if I'm not giving him a bath that day, and also just for if I need to like wipe something up, I can get it wet first. I have reptile carpet for the bottom of the cage. It should fit perfect, hopefully. I have some Fluker's calcium powder to put on any food I feed him here, and Herbivite, which he will get a couple times a week. It's like a multivitamin. Here are the little outfits I got him, which he will have to grow into. I don't think any of these will fit him, but one of them is a Santa costume. One of them is a little backpack for school. normal, and one of them is a Halloween costume, and bat wings with a little leash if I want to take him outside. And then an extra dome lamp because I needed more than the 2 that came with it. And then Fluker's like cleaning solution. This is the kit I got completely for free. It is a 20-gallon terrarium, so this is like okay for him as a baby, but in a few months I will be getting him a bigger cage. Is it called a cage? I guess it's called just a glass terrarium, but anyways, just bear with me when I call it a cage because that's just habit from having my dogs. I'm gonna be getting him a bigger cage because 20 gallons is not big enough for like him to grow technically, and if you keep them in the 20-gallon tank it can stunt their growth, so I obviously don't want to do that, but he's so tiny now that this will work for a little bit. So it's nice to start with, but it's not a long-term solution. So it has a screen lid with a lock and a feeding door. It comes with a 75-watt basking bulb, a 13-watt desert UVB bulb, 2 dome lamps for the bulbs, 2 thermometer hydrometer combos, but some basking and hiding decor, like a food dish and a water dish, a background which is like a nice desert theme, very cute, and it says it comes with a carpet substrate, which I did not know. So apparently I did not need to buy the reptile carpet I have, but eventually I'll want to replace it anyways. But I'll probably use this substrate because it looks like it's pretty nice. I think this is the... Yeah, it is pretty nice, so I'll probably keep that one in there for now because it's a little bit softer than the one that I have, and then I'll keep that as a backup whenever I want to replace it permanently. So I definitely need to look through Brandon's collection of, like, they're not decorations, they're things for him to climb and hide in, but he has a whole like basket of ones from other reptiles who have outgrown their stuff. So I'm gonna go through and grab a couple of things to add to this, to add to his cage tomorrow. But I'm letting the heat lamp stay on right now so that I can see how hot it gets over there, or the UVB lamp, I guess. And then over here I have, this is just like the regular light, so I'm going to see how hot it gets over here. And yeah, hopefully we can get this temperature over here up to like 90, 100 degrees. That's kind of the goal, so fingers crossed. Okay, while I'm waiting for the cage to heat up, which the temperature is like quickly rising, so that's perfect. Let's go over how much I spent on everything. So I do want to say that I'm kind of lucky. I have a lot of disposable income because I work 2 jobs. I'm a full-time teacher. I'm also an online health and wellness coach, and I make a significant income with that too. So that money is what is paying for all this extra stuff. I will tell you what the grant covered. So the grant covered, oh, they took the coupon stuff so that I couldn't use them again. The grant covered that vivarium starter kit situation that you just saw. So I got that completely for free. That was originally $179 and I got that for $0. It also covered half of the cost of the actual bearded dragon. I got a fancy bearded dragon, which is a little bit more expensive than the regular bearded dragon. It was supposed to be $75. I got it for $36 thanks to the Pets in the Classroom grant. It also got me a discount on crickets. I think I got like $14 worth for free, or I got 24 of them for free or something like that, but I ended up buying 50 crickets, and so it was supposed to cost me $5.61. It cost me $2.35, and then it got me the Fluker's calcium powder for free, and that was originally, I don't know where that is on there, but that was originally like between $10 and $15, and I got that for free. So in addition, at PetSmart, I bought another lamp, and the lamp itself cost me $22.27. I got another light for putting the lamp in, and that was $12. I got an infrared bulb that was $16. I got a cricket keeper, which the crickets live in, for $15. I got cricket food for, where is that? $10. It's those like orange cubes that are in the cricket keeper. And got a carpet for Brandon's cage, that was $15. And that's all I spent at PetSmart. Then on Amazon, I've been kind of just buying stuff throughout the past 2 weeks. Anytime I hear it recommended on YouTube, I buy it. So I got a digital thermometer that was $39.99, and I wanted that just because you can shoot it at anything to see what the temperature of the item was. It's come in handy already. I got 2 bottles of terrarium water conditioner. It's just stuff you put in the water to make sure it's all good for your reptiles. That was $16.49. I got that heating pad kind of in case of emergency. If something happens in my cage, I need to get it hotter. That was $14. I got the outlet surge thing with a timer. That was $23. I got that Fluker's cleaning stuff. That was $8.40, and I'm rounding these up to like the nearest cent. I got a really cute, I don't think I've shown it to you yet, but a carrying case, and it's has little windows, but it's really soft and it's lined, so it'll be really warm, and that was $16. Now I got that multivitamin. The multivitamin was $13. That extra carpet I got that I'm not using yet was $17. The 2-pack of spray bottles was the biggest waste of money for sure. It was $8, and I totally didn't even think I could have got those at the dollar store, but I bought them, so it is what it is. And then I got a pop-up cage, like it's not even a cage, a pop-up little playpen for $12, which will be fun. And then for completely silly funness, I got these little costumes. Most of them won't even fit Billy yet, but they're just so cute I couldn't help myself. So this is Billy's Halloween outfit. It is, I don't think it's gonna fit this year. Well, maybe this tiny one will, I don't know, we'll have to see. But it has 3 adjustable sizes, so he can continue to wear this throughout his growth. This size might fit, I guess we'll have to see. With little bat wings and a leash to walk Billy with. I actually just wanted it for the leash. This is a nice long leash, and I have a nice clean sunny area right outside my door that I might be able to walk him in if he wants to. But when I'm walking him, he'll have the little bat wings. So it's Halloween, but also just all the time. And it also came with a little Halloween hat. I'm not gonna make him wear this stuff if he absolutely hates it, but maybe he'll like it. Bruiser loves wearing costumes, so who knows. I also got, for Christmas, we have a little Santa scarf and a Santa hat. Very cute. And last but not least, because we are out of school, a little backpack, which definitely will not fit, but will fit maybe next year. But it's a cute little backpack, and it has books inside of it, which is just so cute. These tiny little books. Oh, and they're like actual books. The Night Before Christmas, Mother Goose, oh my gosh. Tiny little books that are actual real life books. So cute. And it came with a sticker, so win-win, I guess. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that. So I did get those little costumes. The bat costume with a leash was the best deal. It was $10.99. It came with that nice leash I can use. The Santa costume was $7.99, and the little backpack with the books was the biggest waste, but it's so cute. And it's school. I just felt like the backpack, we needed it. Was $13.99 with the tiny books in it. Oh, and then I guess I spent money on this pencil case to put the costumes in, but it was like $1, $2 from the Target dollar spot. So overall, I spent $367.93, and I'm probably gonna round it up to $400 because I have to run by PetSmart today to get a hammock for his cage, one more little hiding spot, and one more heat light. So it will probably end up being $400, and that is not including the almost $200+ that I saved with the grant. So this was not necessarily a cheap pet to purchase. I don't think any pets really are though, except maybe fish, but fish tanks are expensive, so I don't know. So it was an investment. I did buy some stuff I definitely don't need, probably $50 to $75 worth of that stuff I don't need, but some of it is like emergency use stuff. Some of it is just cute stuff. The outfits were like, what, $30? So I didn't need those for sure, but they're so cute. The water bottles I could have bought for cheaper, but I just was buying everything off Amazon and being lazy. But I'm also trying to like not go into that many stores just because Corona. The digital thermometer I don't necessarily need, but it is a really good, it makes me feel really good about being able to spot shoot things and see what the temperature is, because I am going to be very particular. And there's some other things that I got that they don't say you have to have, but they suggest like the water conditioner and stuff. So it would have been like, what, $600 if I would have not had the grant money, which is a lot. So if you are thinking of getting a bearded dragon and you do want to, you know, provide all of these things that are being recommended, it is going to be quite an investment. You could do the bare minimum, but I just always try to do the most for my pets. If someone who is an expert is going to tell me that this will be good for them, then I'm going to make sure I can provide that before I decide to commit. So if you're just going to get the pet through the Pets in the Classroom grant and just get that bare minimum terrarium, like, that's just not enough. I'm sorry, it's just not enough. You at least need to get some more hiding spots for your animal, and just, you're gonna have to buy the food, you're gonna have to get a couple more things, and you need to also know that that vivarium is not going to last forever because they need a bigger tank pretty soon. And so it will be a continuous investment. And the cool thing about the Pets in the Classroom grant is that there is a sustainability grant you can apply for every single year. And this is not sponsored by Pets in the Classroom or anything. I just, obviously I'm sharing my experience with it, but you can apply for a sustainability grant. Let me see what all that includes. Yeah, so the sustainability grant for the next few years, if I want to apply for it, is $50. So that helps, but that doesn't even really pay for a tank. I'll definitely be trying to get a 40-gallon tank when Petco has their $1 per gallon sale, which happens a couple times a year, so I'm going to be looking out for that. But it is definitely something to consider. The grant was really, really awesome, super helpful. If I didn't get like all the extra Dextra stuff that I got, I'd say on top of the grant, I could have gotten my spending down to like $200, but I really do think a lot of the things I got are very necessary if you really want to give your bearded dragon a really good quality of life based on what the experts are telling me, veterinarians are saying, all those things. Make sure you do your research into what they can eat, what they can't eat, because some of the stuff that I was being told at PetSmart is stuff that I've read from experts is not really recommended. So be careful, don't just listen to whatever the pet store is telling you. Definitely know how to look at your pet to see if it's healthy before you buy it. There's a lot of signs for bearded dragons. Do they have all their toes? Does their tail look good? Are they really stressed in their habitat at the pet store? Is their beard black? Like, there's a lot of things to look for, which you can Google. I watched hours and hours and hours of YouTube over the past 3 weeks, and that definitely helped me a lot, which is another reason I wanted to make this video, because maybe this will be helpful for people. But I am so excited to bring Billy to his habitat tomorrow here at school. He's having a great day at home. Brandon put this like random dead tree thing in there. He's like, do you want me to put this in there? I was like, sure. And Billy loves it. So I'm wondering if I can find something similar at PetSmart for my vivarium, because I do want the two vivariums to be kind of similar as much as they can be, just so that he's really comfortable in both. But tomorrow we will see how he likes his new vivarium here at school. So today is Wednesday. Billy actually really loves car rides, which is surprising. I do take him back and forth every day because he's just so little. I just don't feel comfortable leaving him at school overnight yet, because I just have a fear, hashtag anxiety probs, that the power will get cut off or something will happen and his light will be turned off, which he'd probably survive the night. But I don't know, I just don't feel safe with him being here by himself yet. Maybe when he's bigger, but he seems to enjoy both of his habitats, and he really loves the car, which is kind of strange. He also likes being held, which is great, because I've been holding him every day since I got him, although most of the day he is basking. He is in his cage. He eats super well. He has 3 3 to 4 meals a day. So he'll usually have crickets in the morning before we leave for school. So I wake up 2 hours early, so he has an hour to like wake up in his lamp, and then he has an hour to digest the food before we leave. So it's good that I'm already an early riser because that gives him time to eat in the morning. Then at school, he'll usually have some fruit, and I sneak veggies in with the crickets because he does not like eating his veggies. He will eat some bell peppers, but he won't eat like kale, he won't eat his greens. So I sneak the greens in with the crickets. I like tear it up and put it all over where he's feeding for the crickets, and he accidentally eats some while he's eating the crickets. So that's how he gets his greens. Also, the crickets are gut loaded, which means that I'm feeding them stuff that I want Billy to eat, like kale, and they have their little cricket cubes, and veggies and fruits and stuff. So anyways, for now, he's going back and forth with me to and from school, and I wasn't going to keep doing it if it was causing him stress. If it was, then I was just going to keep him at home till he got bigger and I felt comfortable leaving him at school. But he actually loves the car, and I was telling Brandon, it's so weird. I mean, he is pretty bougied out in the car. He has his case, and it has a big old blanket in it, and sometimes he gets in the blanket. Well, it's actually a dish towel. Sometimes he gets in the blanket, sometimes he sits on top of it, but it's got a little window and he likes to look out the window. He's got a heated seat warmer in the car that gets pretty hot, and I also have a blanket that goes over this, and the heat is on obviously too. So for some reason he likes car rides, so taking him back and forth luckily has worked out, which is great because that was what I wanted to do with him for now. And I'm glad that he likes the car ride, because if he didn't, I wouldn't keep doing it, right? Because that would be pretty rude of me. He eats really well. I think I said that. He has probably like 15 to 20 crickets a day. Sometimes a little bit more, but not much more. He poops every day. He takes baths almost every day, so I make sure he gets his water. He has a little water bowl in his cage at both places, but he doesn't drink from it yet. But if I like drop water onto his head, he'll drink it, and sometimes he'll drink it in the bathtub. He likes to hang out on my shirt, especially if I'm wearing like a really soft sweater. This one isn't very soft, but a lot of my sweaters are really soft. He likes to lay on my shoulder or on my shirt, which is kind of funny, and he'll just sit there for like a long time. But like I said, I don't get him out too often because when they're little, they're supposed to be basking most of the day or a lot of the day. So I make sure he gets all that stuff in. But yeah, we usually eat in the morning, and then he has some veggies and fruits at school, and then I feed him right when I get home around 3, and then I feed him again around 6, so then he has like 3 hours before it's time to go to bed. So here's what he looks like right now. I feel like he's already gotten a little bit bigger, which is crazy because I've only had him a week. I'm already looking to upgrade the cages. The one that they give you at PetSmart with this grant is only 20 gallons, which obviously I showed you guys. So it's fine for right now. He clearly has enough space and he clearly feels fine. I've only seen him window surf once, which is a sign of, it can be a sign of stress, but then I fed him and he was fine. So I think he was more so like trying to tell me to feed him, which is kind of rude, but whatever. So he seems like he likes both habitats. They're both about 20 gallons. I think the one at home is like a little bit more, maybe 25. It's like a random cage Brandon had for a while for a different reptile, but I'm already looking into upgrading both of them because I just feel like he needs more space. So in the next couple months, right now it's about to be October, definitely by Thanksgiving we'll have bigger cages, but it's fine for him now because he's so tiny. But yeah, they do not, those starter kits, those cages are not enough like for long term whatsoever. So hopefully people don't just buy those and assume that that's enough, because it's just really not. But overall, loving Billy, great addition to the family. Nothing has been too crazy yet. It is like a lot of work to take care of a bearded dragon, which I have time for and I was ready for, but I feel like it's more work to take care of Billy than it is to take care of my dogs, because my dogs graze feed, so they have food out all day and they just eat when they're hungry. And like Billy, I have to do like timed meals every day and make sure like I'm giving him an hour after the meal to digest the food, and you know, I feel like he's more work than a dog. So just beware if you're getting one. It is a lot of work. It is not an easy pet. I would not call it a starter pet. It's like advertised as a starter pet. How How? I would never let a child, like starter pet to me sounds like, oh, I can get one of these for my kid for Christmas. Never would I trust a child to be able to take care of a bearded dragon, because it has been a lot of work so far and I'm only 1 week in. He did have, when I picked him up from the store, he had some shedding going on in his ears. And so luckily that came out the next day. I saw him rubbing his head on the stuff. He got it out himself, which is good. But other than that, no like shedding anywhere else. But he seems really healthy and he's just so calm and chill, and I just love him so much. So very, very great addition to the family. Glad to have him and excited to show you guys how he grows and how his personality possibly changes as he gets older. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Beautiful Billy. Billy officially got an upgrade. His new cage, it looks so sad because, well, first off, the paper towel's messed up, which is bothering me, but I'll fix it after this. Anyways, I just installed this cage for him, so his heat is currently getting warmer, so it hopefully will be in the hundreds. It's at 93 right now on the hot side, and over on the cool side we're in the mid 70s. Hopefully it gets up to like the 80s, but I'll play around with it today. Just have his hammock, and that's his basking light and his heat light, or it's just a heat lamp, the one that doesn't like give off any color, and then a UVB light in the back, a UVB strip, and his stuff to get up to his basking spot because it's pretty high up, but I was told to make it like 8 inches away, so that's like perfect. Look at him looking. Oh my god, he's so sassy. Hey Bill. And then that rock's kind of holding everything in place. And over there he's got his little tree. He likes to sleep on that tree every night, so I put it on the cool side. Can I help you? Can I help you? Good, the humidity is going down. I have those socks are filled with rice because we had humidity issues in his other cage that's here at the house. But luckily it looks like the humidity is good on this side. Yes, Bill, I'm sorry. I made you a fancy new cage today. I apologize. But anyways, it's the Exoterra 40 gallon and all his bugs are down there. And we got this table from Walmart. So it worked out perfectly. I have learned so much about bearded dragons in the past few weeks. As you can tell, I've already upgraded one of his tanks. His one at school will probably get upgraded around winter break, but honestly he will spend a lot more time at home between now and then, so I needed to upgrade this one first. And yeah, I'm just constantly in this bearded dragon care Facebook group asking questions, getting advice, reading other people's advice, and tomorrow he has his first vet appointment. Hopefully it goes well. He has a lot of work. He was expensive, but totally worth it. So if you're thinking about the Pets in the Classroom grant, I would 10 out of 10 recommend. Just make sure you're prepared and you're ready for the financial obligation and everything that comes with it. So to wrap it up, I have learned so much and changed so many things. I can honestly say I have probably spent $1,000 on Billy. He has not been cheap, but I'm also a huge pet person, so it's really important for me to get my pets like the best care. Like I buy fancy dog food for my dogs. Do they need it? I don't know. Their vet says they do, but other people don't use it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure there are people, especially people who have gotten this grant, who were able to just do the bare minimum $300, but I couldn't bring myself to settle for anything that wasn't going to give him the best quality of life. So the main purchases I've made since like that first part of the video where I add everything up is I replaced all his UV lights, so he now has UV tubes for both of his cages, and they're the kind that sit on top of the cage, and the bulb of one of them burnt out almost immediately, so I had to replace that bulb. It's really mostly been super expensive because I'm doubling pretty much everything at both the school and home, but it's worth it to me to be able to bring him back and forth. He still does really like being in the car. I bought a heat pad for the seat, so he's nice and warm in the car, and then he has his little travel case. I already upgraded the at-home tank, which you saw, so that's a 40 gallon. The one in school is still the 20 gallon, and I'm probably going to buy a 40 gallon this month because Petco is having a sale on their tanks. It's called their $1 per gallon sale, and it doesn't apply to the 40 and up, but you do get like a good discount on them. So I'm probably gonna get a new tank for school this month and upgrade that for him. He has grown substantially since I visited the vet. He was like 8 ounces when I visited the vet. Does that sound right? Yeah, that sounds right. And he has grown a lot. So this is a 3-week difference from the vet to this week. And I truly think that's because the day before I went to the vet, I switched to those UV tubes instead of the UV lights. I had a red light at the beginning of getting him. I only used it for a week and got rid of it as soon as I found out that the red lights are actually very harmful for them. And also I have been to the reptile show in Cincinnati twice because that's where I get doobie roaches for him. So when I have doobie roaches, that's pretty much the only bug he eats. And then as soon as I run out, I get my crickets from PetSmart. He really likes peppers, like bell peppers. He'll eat collard greens minimally, and he likes strawberries, but he doesn't eat a lot of fruits and veggies, but that's normal for a juvenile. So as he gets older, he'll eat less bugs and more fruits and veggies. But when I got him from PetSmart, they were like, yeah, he eats 5 crickets a day. And I'm like, okay, that's not good. They should be eating a lot more than that. And he eats about 100 doobie roaches a day, if not more. Like, he'll eat like 30 to 50 in a setting, and I'll give it to him like 3 to 4 times a day, depending. He usually tells me if he's hungry by scratching at the glass, which is called window surfing, or throwing himself off of things in his cage. He likes to throw temper tantrums by climbing to the top of his hammock and jumping off, or climbing the wall and jumping off, and that's how I know he either is hungry or wants to get out, because he really does like to hang out. My arm hurts, so I keep switching shoulders, so he's probably not enjoying that. But he is amazing. He has so much personality already, and it's been really great to see him grow. He's doing really well. He is thriving. I mean, if you look at this clip and then rewind to like the first clip of him being home and being in that feeding cage, it is just a huge difference. So I'm glad he's thriving. He's about to shed again. That's why his tail and his arms are like kind of gray. He's shed like 3 times already, so this will be his 4th shed in 2 months, because he's just growing so much. He's like, leave me alone, Mom. He does not like so much when I touch his tail, but he likes to be pet up here. So anyways, if you have watched this whole video, hopefully you were able to stick till the end before you commented any suggestions, because I have taken a lot of feedback and fixed a lot of things. If you have a bearded dragon, I'd love to know what your thoughts about having one are. I'm surprised by how much personality he has, honestly. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm definitely not an expert, but I can point you in the way of people who are. So if you have watched this whole thing, I seriously appreciate you, and I hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are.